Hi, this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. I'm not positive what I'm going to do tonight, but I'm going to do something. I'd like to make some pockets, I think, and I need to make some tags, but I like this paper. It's got gold foiling in it on part of it, and it kind of is pretty that way. So I think I'm going to use that part of it, and I'm going to take the paper and cut it in half. Or should be 12. Yes, it's 12. So do I want to cut it in half? Yeah, I think I do. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, right there. I could get out my cutter, but this works just as well. As I slip and don't cut it straight. Oh, not too bad. Okay. I'm going to put that piece away. And trying to decide what I want to do here. This is 12 inches, so if I fold it in thirds, that's going to be 4. And that should work for a journal. So if I fold this over 4 inches, I could score it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to fold it here on my mat to 4 inches. And burnish it. And then I'm going to fold this over. And it doesn't quite go over to 4 inches, but that's okay. It should have done, but it doesn't. So I'll live with it. See if I can get it folded even. Maybe I can fold it over 4 inches. Let's see. See if it'll go over there. This is cardstock, so it's a little heavy. Okay, that's going to work. Alright, now I have to decide what I want to do with it. I could have this be a swing out piece. And this could be a tuck. I can fold this down to be a tuck. But I think I need to ink this a little bit so that I can see where I'm doing it. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be, and I like to put my fingernail up there so I can make sure I don't get it over too far. Okay, I'm going to fold this way. Now that can be a fold, and I need to put something there because that's not very pretty. And this could either be a fold out or it could be glued on a page. If this was the page, it could be put on one side and then the other side would be this. Do I want to do that? Or do I want it to be like this? There's all kinds of possibilities here. Let's see what I can do. That would be okay, wouldn't it? The writing. I buy these pads of paper and then I don't use all of it. And I want to use all of it. I don't want to waste paper. There's all these plain colors in here. Well, the mushrooms would be okay, but I don't want to do that either. I think I'll use this. This will work. actually bought some double-sided paper. And okay, if I put this like this, I'm going to need it there. And I'm going to need something over here. Unless I make this a pocket on another page, which I could do. Alright, let's see here. I need to burnish this really well. And I think I'm going to turn it back. And where's my glue? There it is. I'm going to glue this one down. I could cut it off, but it would just be a small piece, and it's not worth doing that, I don't think. Okay, now I'm going to put this on here, and then I'll cut around it. So what are you up to? Hope you're all doing good. No problems. I have one daughter who just started a job as a new RN. And my other daughter is off gallivanting to the Calgary Stampede in Canada, to the rodeo up there. She and her husband have really gotten into rodeo and Western stuff. Okay, let's see how this is going to work. That looks okay that way. It doesn't fold over all the way. That's not good. Well, too bad. That's the way it goes, I guess. Okay, now do I want this to be folded? You know, I could fold this down this way and just make it a tuxedo fold, couldn't I? Solve my whole problem there. Well, I kind of like that. Okay, I know this bottom isn't even, so I'm going to need to trim it. Whoops. There went my burnisher. Onto the floor. I need that. All right, let's see here. Get this all evened up here so I can cut it even. Guess it's not too bad. Just a little bit of it's messed up. I think that got all the way through everything. Yep. Yeah, it did. Mostly. Need to trim it right there. Okay, let's put that away, and I think I'll make another one. Before I do that, I'm going to glue this, though. I'm going to glue this part down. And then I'm going to glue all the way across here. I didn't need to do it all the way across, but that's okay. A little bit of extra glue won't hurt anything at all, except it comes squishing out. Look at that. Okay. I want to embellish that, but I want to make another one. Or I can do the opposite of that. That'd be okay too. So let me see here. I'll go ahead and cut this down. How tall did I have that? 6 inches? I could probably have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'd like it a little bit shorter this time, maybe. And I'm going to make it just slightly different. Let's make it at 5. I'm sure you've all seen these. Seen them made. And I think what I'm going to do is stencil on the back of this. There's my stencil that I want. I'm going to stencil on this so I can turn it different. Get my brush here. Get it all over me. Ink from the brush. And I'm using Vintage Photo tonight. I don't use it very often, but I'm using that tonight. And I'm going to stencil all the way across this because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it for positive. So I'm going to go ahead and stencil all the way. Some darker than others. And I don't try and get the pattern even. As a matter of fact, I usually go back and turn it cockeyed like that and do some funny bunny ones. I do have some other stencils. I don't know where they are. I need to find them. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. I can clean it in a minute. Now, let me think here. I watched something last night. I don't know whether I can do it or not. I better watch it again if I'm going to try and do it. Now I'm going to fold this over. Well, let me think about this for a minute here. Nope, I'm not going to remember how to do it. So we're just going to do this. But I'm going to do it different than the other one. And that's about just under 3.5 inches that I folded it. This one is going to be a wraparound for a page. And I'm going to put it, fold this over this way. And then this will fold this way. so it can wrap around the page. And it doesn't really matter with this kind of thing what you do for the, where you make the folds. It doesn't matter. I'm going to fold this here like that one. I mean, it doesn't matter how big these are, the parts that you fold over. And I'm going to fold this one like this. And I'm going to glue them. And before I glue that down, whoops, knock everything over. I need to ink the edges a little bit before I glue it over. I'm not going to glue the whole thing for you. You don't need to watch me ink. Okay, now I'm going to glue this one here. And it'll glue right over to there. And I'm going to glue this one here. Now when it goes around the page, it'll go, well, did I get any glue on there? Yeah, I did a little bit. Should have glued. Because I need to encourage it. Okay, when I put it on a page, it'll go like this. So this side will have a tuck, and this side will have a tuck. And it'll look much better when I've inked the top of it and the sides. That'll give it more definition there. And I might just, on my book, I might just glue it along here and then let this flip out. Boy, that didn't glue either. Guess I didn't squeeze my glue hard enough. Well, that got enough out. That's going to ooze everywhere. And you could glue it here too, I guess, because if it's going to be, well, it's going to be on the edge of a page, so it would be easy to put in there. All right, now I need to embellish. And this one could be inked also, at least a little bit. It's not showing up much on this, but it'll show on the top part. Okay. And also I can make some tags to go in these, which I may or may not do tonight. Let's see though, we need some embellishment. This needs something to make it a little more feminine looking than what it is, because it's really, I've got things falling down behind my shelves over here. At some point in time I'm going to have to move the shelves, and well, you know what, maybe this would be fun to do with some of this stuff. Okay, that's only one. That's not going to show up much. Don't like that. Maybe this wasn't such a great idea. Nope. No, none of this is really looking good on there, is it? Let's see something that's got a different color vibe to it. But I also think it's larger. Oh, it's a frame. That's not going to work. Okay. We're not going to do those. But I am going to do something with these. I've got to come up with an idea for them. Some ideas of what to do with some things that I have. I do have some cards here. That's hideous with that, isn't it? That's horrible. Wouldn't be bad in this one. Needs to be cut down a lot. We'll look into it in a minute. Alright, let's see here. What do I want to put on that? Not that it's bad to look masculine, but that'll mess up putting things down that way. Don't want to do that either, I guess. Unless I cut it in half. Let's see what these look like. That doesn't quite go with it either, does it? Okay, I'm being wishy-washy. No. None of those. Alright, let's see here. I have some big flowers back here. Maybe some of these flowers would look good. Those are too big. They'll go over the middle. So we'll go for this kind. Maybe that. Maybe some Tim Holtz people. Let's put that back in there for a minute and see what I can pick up here. Maybe some tickets and some Tim Holtz people on there instead of a flower. And maybe a number. Let's put the flower back. And I also have some stickers that might work. All right, let's see here. We can get a ticket on here. I know we can get a ticket on here. This is actually 2 tickets. Looks to me. Suffolk Downs the Beatles. All right. Why not? But I am going to cut this one in half because it is 2 tickets. And it's on 1 page. They're exactly the same thing. Both sides. It's probably not even, but then I've got 2 smaller tickets, which is good. And I don't know whether the Beatles are going to go with the Tim Holtz people. Nah, we'll go with another one. That's funny, but it's not. I don't think it's. That one's probably better. And let's find some people to go on there. How about that couple sitting there? I think that looks good. What do you think? I think that looks fine. And I don't know if I want people on there or not, but we'll look at that one in a minute. And let's see if I can find a label in here that I like. It'll go on there, okay. I think this one would work. And if I remember right, these need to be glued because they aren't real sticky. There we go. Now this one should be okay, I think. I've never had trouble with these before. These tickets. Just the labels out of that the packages. Okay. Let's put this over here. Burnish it down and glue these people on. And I think I might want to ink around them a little bit to get rid of some of the white. I'm going to sit them right there on that. Okay, that one looks done to me, except for needing tag, and I can come up with something for that in a little bit. I kind of have an idea for a tag, so we'll see about that. All right, this one. Now, what do I want on here? Do I want people on it? Let's look. Nah, I don't think I want them. I want something. Maybe like that. Maybe actually one of those. I don't really like these that much, but for some reason she seems to go okay. Yeah, I think she'll be okay. She kind of looks like the background of her would fit in there. Oh, I need something for the other side too. Let's see, that's another one that might work. Okay. And I think I want to put something behind them. I want tickets behind them or what? What do you think? Oops, I got glue coming out up there. Let me see here. What do I have that I can put behind them? I have some brown paper here, since it's already kind of book pagey behind them. No, don't think I like that. If it was bigger. Over to the side. That's a possibility. But I think I'm going to use this piece instead. And I'm going to crinkle it up and ink it a little bit, maybe. I don't know. This may or may not help it, and I may or may not use it. Yeah, that didn't show up very much. Vintage photos too much the same color. I could use a book page, I guess. But it's already kind of a book page, so all right, let's see here. I have a little piece of lace up here I could put behind her. Yep, I think I'll do that. Cut off a little bit of this lace and put behind her. Also, and then maybe a label or something. Guess I should let you look at these too while I'm looking, huh? Oh, let's put a key. One of these keys. Actually, they're not even complete. I don't want to use that. After all, let's use a label. But I gotta find one I like. No, that won't show up that much. I don't want to do that. Okay, this'll work. And maybe I need to wait a minute to put it on. Let's glue stuff down first. I don't know what it is about allergies, but it seems like I have allergies year-round now. I didn't used to. I used to only have them in the spring and the fall. Now I've got them year-round, it seems like. Whoops. There went my lace in there. Okay, out you go. I may have to glue this better. But I'm going to trim it first. You know, if you left it so it would flip out, you could write on the back of these too. If you use a neutral paper like this, you can write on it. My writing would show over that. Need a little bit of glue down here so it can squeeze out. Now I'm going to need my 3-in-1 or something here. Fabri-Tac something to put the lace down. Oh, I think I got it on the right side. Who knows? Okay, let's put her down now. Oops. That was this one on this side. Oh, got another little piece of lace stuck to me. A little lace scraps. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the label right up there. I don't know whether I needed that or not, but there it is. Now let's see what we're going to do on the other side. We have her, and I could put this down behind her. And it needs glue. I almost forgot that. Awkward position there. Well, I don't know that this has a right or wrong way up. I guess it's that way. The writing looks like it goes that way. Okay. I also put a piece of lace behind her. But it's not going to show very well. Yeah, don't see any reason to put that. It's not going to show. Okay. But I want something else down here. Something else. What do I want? Maybe a little piece of book page. No, we've already got the book page on there. Don't want that. Not that book page anyway. Let me see here. All right, we'll go back to the flower idea. We'll go to flowers. Only not the big ones. I'll go for some smaller flowers. Needs some color on there, doesn't it? It's really blah. Both of them are. Actually, let's put a flower on both of them. Let's see here. Maybe just some greenery. That helps a lot on there. Put this one over here. And I think for this one, I'm going to put a little butterfly up there. Okay. I didn't dilly-dally too bad with that one. All right, let's see here. This one is probably going to need some glue under it because it's going down on the lace. And it folded back on itself and stuck. That's not nice. Oh, she's going to need some glue too. Okay. Put this up here like this. And then I'll put some glue on her. Since I have my Fabri-Tac out, I might as well use it, right? Okay, come on. I thought she would stick without having glue on her. Shows you what I know. Okay. Now let me arrange the other one and we'll see what we're going to do here. Maybe I don't want this girl. Maybe I want somebody else. Oh yeah, I like her with the green butterfly. And I don't even need the flower. Yep, I like that. That works. Put this one back so I don't lose her on the floor. Looks like we're getting done here. I'm getting finished. Some ephemera, some folded papers for my stash. I still have a huge stash, but every time I go to make something, I want something different, so what can I say? Okay, there we go. Now, I can make a card out of this. If somebody likes to read, that would make a nice card in there. start it right there and then finish it with my, this is really thick cardboard. It's not even, I don't think it's even cardstock. If it is, it's very heavy cardstock. See, I haven't even cut through it yet. I keep forgetting I have these cards. Now, that can go in there. Somebody can use it as a reading list, or we can make it into something else. You can always write on the back of it. And I'll put something else over here. Oops. That's coming off. So there's paper with leaves and things in it. Oh, that's a hidden paper clip. I don't want that on there. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? See what I mean? I go to grab something and I don't. I mean, well, I'll make something later. Yeah, I'll make something later to go in there. This may not stay in here, but that's my video. I think that's probably going to take that out. That's my video for tonight. Folder ways, how to make some ephemera for your journal. Put that around a page. You've got two different things, two different sides. I'm going to burnish that down a little bit. I know I glued it, but still. Oh, that's a fan she has there. I thought it was just a great big sleeve, but I think it's a fan. She does have big sleeves, but that's a fan. Ah, I didn't know that. Can you see it? That's funny. Okay. This is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. I appreciate you watching, and I'd ask you if you'd give me a thumbs up, and also if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be wonderful also. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.